that Mexican OT on using the N-word. What the F are you going to do about it? So I'm going to play this clip here.
Feel like...
Keep in mind, this woman here, I believe, is none of these people in the room are Black American, if I'm not mistaken.
You could say the N-word?
I feel like I can say it, but not because of that, and I'm going to tell you why. I wish there was some black dudes in here.
There are. Will is right there.
And this one right here. Not.
Okay, well, we're going to use him. What the fuck are you going to do about it, you know? And then second of all, I grew up loving these motherfuckers. I grew up fighting with them. I grew up eating with them. I grew up fucking doing bad shit with them. I grew up loving with them. You know, I got family. And it's not even about family. Even if I wasn't related to nobody out black, I mean, well, shit, it's what the fuck I was surrounded by, you know? Like, I respect people that they feel that way, and that's why I try to shut the fuck up about it.
Right.
But if you're from where I'm from, or anywhere, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? You know, it's like I done went to the jungle and earned the lion's head. You know.
I feel like a lot of people that are from Latino descent here in New York feel that same way. The Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans.
I mean, shit, y'all just, I mean, and not even trying to justify, but shit, y'all just got dropped off before us. That's all it is.
Y'all got dropped off first. It's crazy.
We from the same boat.
See, this is a disrespect. Honestly, since I hated that he called for random black men just to ask what you're going to do about it. So crazy. Let me say something. That dude who he said that to couldn't have been on that type of timing. See, this was one of those things that happen when you give this excuse that you grew up around people. It's funny to me. I got this from a black woman on social media. She said, y'all never copy any other version of black people. It's always the one that say the N-word, rapper, wear grills and chains, the urban, what they call urban black. You never copy the church-going black. You never copy the black person that's going off to do certain things in his career in college or her career in college. It's always one distinct stereotype of black people that y'all grew up around and copy. It's only one. Which tells me it's not about being connected to them through growing up in a neighborhood. You doing what you think is cool and what you grew up thinking was cool. And see, that's the positive and negative of the influence of black people, particularly black men. Is because we could be doing some wicked, destructive things, and somehow it'll come off as the cool thing to the people around us. And they'll think it's normal, and then they'll copy us, and then when they grow up like this, and now they run around saying, who gonna stop me from saying the N-word, the whole world looking at them crazy, like, what you talking about? if I was in that room, and I ain't no gangster, I ain't no thug, it's not about you saying you're going to say the N-word. It's the part of you challenging me at this point, saying, what are you going to do about it? Like at any moment when somebody calls you the N-word, you can react to it emotionally if you think it's an emotional thing to react to. It's not about you saying the N-word. It's about you attempting to disrespect me. That's the point. It's equal to saying it's calling me a bitch, anything. You saying that is challenging me, so I'm going to react to that. I'm going to give you what you want. Jenna says, is it just me, or does it feel like Americans are watching immigrants across all platforms, all systems, wilding? I don't identify with these folks, nor their talking points neither. America first. Well, see, that's the thing that came from this too, is the first thing everybody said was, everybody on these couch, everybody talking to him is an immigrant. None of them were black American, which is clearly means something. Anonymous says, I hate the boat stop shit. Only one people built a first world nation. Everywhere else is stuck in developing phrase. First off, they wasn't on no damn boat. Mexicans. Those are, what's them people above China? I forgot the name of those people. Mongoloids. Those are Mongolians that came over the Bering Strait through Canada to the west coast of America down to Mexico. That's who those people are. Those ain't our people. I'm sick of them talking to them. At first, I've never heard a Mexican say boat stop. That's normally what you get from the Caribbeans. They say stuff like that, which makes sense. Siberians too. A lot of those people are Siberian, Mongoloid. That's all they are. They are Asian. That's why China, when a guy wrote that manifesto in like 2004 about their world domination plans, and the Chinese general, he said, we're gonna save our fellow gold people, but they started to call themselves gold instead of yellow, in America who've been oppressed. He's talking about the Native Americans and the Mexicans, who are the same people. growing up, I was so confused because every time I would see a person who called themselves Native American and I see somebody that called themselves Mexican, I would get confused. Like, ain't y'all the same? Ain't y'all the same people? Mark says, both stop. I thought he was Mexican. Exactly. Siberians. Honorable, I think the last girl to speak is a biracial. Louisiana Creole sex worker. She loves talking about her white grandmother. Oh, really? Talking about, I don't know none of their name. Okay. If she is Louisiana Creole, then okay. But even that, they grew up in a, let's be honest, it's a bunch of mixed family. So it's different. It's still not the full thing. It is what it is. And that ain't the only thing that came from that. Then you have Houston rapper Sauce Walker. Or Walker, I'm sorry. Sauce Walker. He came out in defense of him because another rapper, female rapper, said, if you're not black, stop saying nigga, period. I don't know why that's so hard. I don't care who grew up with you. If you're not black, expand your vocabulary. And then Sauce Walker responded to her saying that to, she barely black, just like my kids. How you gonna say, who can say the N-word? That's like saying black people can't eat tacos. Ignorance at its finest. When you go on the internet, I'm pretty sure y'all read comments and y'all realize every day you read something that make you say, that's some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard. You just compared saying the N-word to eating tacos. So obviously the internet went in on him, how stupid and dumb that was, what he said. This is him here. By the way, let me show. This is him, and this is her. This is the girl that said, don't say it if you're not black. But turns out, Sauce Walker speaks on his Spanish roots and childhood being robbed from him living in his dad's car. Yes, he is Honduran, Mark, yeah. He is Honduran. I think his mother is from the south side of Chicago, and his father is from Honduran. But he says his father is quote unquote black, but he's not Black American. Once again, it makes me want to go back and look at all the extreme comments made by so-called black people just to see how many of them were actually Black American. Because of course you would have this belief, you Spanish. He referred to himself as Afro Spanish. That's what he called himself. Let me play this video here.
Burrito, chalupa, motherfucking me, wetback, food, disrespectful, bitch ass shit. Racism is racism no matter how you put it, my nigga. And if we're gonna talk about it, niggas are the most disrespectful racist motherfuckers on earth. We hate ourselves more than we hate anybody. Niggas rob niggas.
And this right here, this reminds me of the talking point that white people use. Every time I see a black person, I get the sentiment of saying, let's hold ourselves to a higher standard before we expect other people to give us respect. That makes sense. The problem is, that's the same argument that other people use when they do stuff to us. Hey, y'all do it to each other. So when some innocent black person gets shot by a police officer, unarmed or whatever, and people start talking about it, well, they kill each other. The black on black crime. And it's like, what? Hold on. One is a police officer or a person who's supposed to upstand the law and protect citizens. The other is a person who is a criminal who committed a crime. Why am I holding a criminal who committed a crime to the same standard as a police officer? Why would I tell another community it's okay to disrespect us because we disrespect ourselves? It don't even make sense. That's so low level. That's such a low level of racial and ethnic pride. It's ridiculous. Honorable said, you can say it. Them damn Creoles ain't African American. Been arguing with them all week about it. We didn't meet them people until emancipation, and they ruined freedom. What is that? Hold on. You might have taught me something, Honorable. Let me look that up. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, Freedom Bureau. Okay, I got it. I know what it is. Okay. Freedom Bureau. Mark said, this is why delineation is needed. Delineation matters, right? Freedom Bureau. Okay, I got it. But yeah, the fact that you're making the argument that because black people commit stuff and do crimes against each other, that allowing another community to be disrespectful towards you is normal and okay. It's ridiculous.
Niggas steal from niggas. Niggas don't support niggas. Niggas don't help other niggas. Niggas see 10 niggas in the middle of the street, motherfucker getting ate by a motherfucking grizzly bear and keep running.
That ain't. I do think another thing I believe, and I think this goes along with the idea I always bring up, that when people talk about historically the black community and the harmful, traumatic things that's happened to the community, they always paint it like there was never a protector, which basically says black men have never done anything to defend or protect their community. And that's now fallen into the typical everyday struggle of when you walk down the street and a dog is biting you and a black man just gonna walk by and let you get bit. Stop pushing this narrative that black people don't help black people. That's not true. Black people absolutely support black people. The thing about it is they support things that they want to support. They may not support the things that we as a collective believe they should support, which is what we say it's a cultural problem where we need to go back to what we used to, the things we used to hold in high regard versus now. Look at the TV shows. There are certain black, and we're going to get to this later with Tyler Perry. There are certain things created by black directors or writers that get all type of money and support. And there's other things that we deem to be more important, something that should get more money that don't get it. That's not a problem with black people not supporting black people. They don't support certain agendas that maybe they should support. There's a difference. Virginia says, as a tribal again, black hides all the facts. Honorable, we need to get comfortable doing lineage checks. Oh, it's already happening. At this point, every time somebody posts something online, the first thing you see is where your family from. Mark says, agreed. Virginia, Q should be the blacks are you talking about? Q should be what blacks are you talking about? We're not a monolith.
White person to jump out and try to fight a Mexican to try to
Hold on, sorry.
stab him. A nigga gonna pull out they. I hate when y'all make me do this shit. Okay. Y'all dumbass motherfuckers are so dumb and brainwashed that y'all believe that racism is words instead of actions.
Now that I agree with. That's a fact.
Are you dumb? Let me teach.
Prejudice is what people speak about when they talk about somebody speaking against a certain way. Oh, I don't want to be around, live around those people. That's prejudice. But racism, I agree, is a different thing.
You dumb motherfuckers what racism is in America. Racism is segregation and separation. What niggas do now? Hey, man, you can't come to my hood because you ain't from this hood. You can't hustle on my block because you...
What does it got to do with you allowing a Mexican to call you nigga? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. What does it have to do with you allowing other demographics who are not of your people to be embraced like they are, but then make sure they separate themselves? I remember somebody, I can't remember who exactly it was. They were like, I think they were definitely from California. They were talking about how when you have these Mexicans or whatever run around saying the N-word or Asians, and it's like, or New York too. On one hand, they say nigga like my nigga, but on the other hand, they call you a nigga. So it's like, it's the same thing, but they're able to be within the culture or whatever the culture is of that state or whatever, but also operate outside of it and disrespect it. But y'all okay with it, so. But then it says way too much chaos magic going on and everything everywhere all at once. Overstimulation. Honorable says, it's bold. Cowards use words to advocate against us is also racism. I don't know. Maybe that's just my own personal opinion. Somebody saying something to me ain't racism. To me. That's you being prejudiced or whatever. To me, matter of fact, let me look this up. Hold on. Reason or actual experience, harm or injury that results or may well, that's what we call racism too. Give rise to prejudice in someone, make bias, so a biased person. Yeah, that's more to me. But some people can have the other opinion, I guess. I feel like if you just saying something to me, I'm gonna react to it not because of the actual words you're using, but the attempt to disrespect me. That's more so the point, the catalyst. Mark says we got to stop saying black immigrants and say Caribbean and African immigrants instead. Well, I've been saying the melanated immigrants and stuff. So yeah. Mark says words can have power. Live and death is in the power of the tongue. Truth. I say it's not to you. what we're witnessed that lady doing in the House League California meetings was racism. She was advocating against our community. Or was she advocating for her community? See, part of my thing is I look at it as I don't get angry with any other demographic doing something that I wouldn't want us to do for us. If there's a situation where we are a 3-to-1 population in a city, I want a black city council member to say we need more black city council members because we represent a bigger part of the state or the county or whatever. Like, I don't have this expectation that people shouldn't do what we do. I want us to have a us first agenda the same way I expect other people to put their people first. It's basic self-preservation. So maybe that's what it is. I just deem it as everybody's doing what's best for their with their group. So I don't get angry at them for doing that. Even if it comes to at the expense of us, hey, we gotta find a way to get at the top. Virginia says, words are spells cast upon ourselves and unto others. Mark says you can advocate for your community without trying to bury another. That doesn't exist. There's no such thing as fair. You're never going to be in a situation where you're fairly going to get what they call. There's no such thing as equal rights. It doesn't exist in no country ever. It's always going to be a situation where if somebody goes up or gets something, another group is going to lose something. It's always going to be a thing. So even though I can agree with you, maybe you shouldn't publicly say let's get rid of these other black people. You're still saying let's get more of our people, which is still going to be getting less of the other group. If you advocate for your group to get a certain amount of funding or something, that's money that's not going to someone else. You're not going to ask for an equal amount to everybody else. You're going to want your group to get the most so they can have the best chance to grow. I almost said she specifically spoke against us, used her words to deny us resources and access. Listen, I agree. Her going against black people maybe was too much of a thing in that situation because she was focusing more on not giving or getting black people certain things rather than focusing on getting her something. But at the end of the day, the result was going to be the same. If the resources and stuff wasn't going to the black people, we know who it was going to go to, which is what she was trying to get at. Virginia says human rights. Human rights or basic rights are supposed to be God-given, things that can't be taken away. And even those aren't equal because we have a thing called battle of the fittest, the strong prevail, all the other stuff. Mark says, good point. She went after us and not other communities to have more resources. Arnold says, I disagree. Black American men in politics have mastered the art of being fair to others by denying us resources because we don't deserve shit. Now that's a coon. That's a different thing. That's a person who's not thinking about self-preservation of their demographic. They're trying to be friendly with everybody else, quote unquote, build allies. I agree with that. But yeah. All right, let's move on. Sauce Walker. And by the way, Sauce Walker is a rapper / pimp / OnlyFans performer with a white baby mama, like who's Honduran. Like, we're not taking his opinion seriously. It's just the fact that he was so loud about it was just crazy.